just for the language. There is not much in Bakole. And secondly, I want to make this clear. I'm coming from Africa, in a French country, so I'm learning English. Sometimes Dillian Whyte, because it doesn't have any argument, I think to speak English it can make you good in the ring. In the ring you don't need to talk, so it's to fight. I went mad because he called me names. If you're a boxer, like today, if someone called me out, if I'm ready to face him, I say, hey, I'm ready to make the fight. If I'm not ready, just keep quiet. Why call me names that make me feel like that? And he's scared. I saw that he's scared. And he ran away. He's calling me upstairs while the ring is downstairs. He's scared.
And those are the words of Martin Bakole as he addresses Dillian Whyte, and he showed his shortcomings with his attempt to learn English. He speaks English pretty good, actually, but I think he's practicing it more of what he already knows. I think Canelo Alvarez knew a lot more English than he, unless you're just that fast of a learner, what do you do? But him saying, well, you don't have to talk, Ahmad. The bottom line is stop talking. If you're not going to fight me, don't talk or call me upstairs and run upstairs and come upstairs and doing this and doing that. And, and a fight's not signed, and he sees like, well, you don't have to call me names or whatever like that. The first thing I think of, like, maybe Dillian Whyte is getting under his skin a bit. That may be the case, because he's like, well, you don't have to call me names. It's like, well, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? If somebody calls you names or not, sticks and stones will break your bones, but words will never hurt me. I don't think that'll exist anymore, honestly. Right? But understand this, when you're dealing with Martin Bakole and Dillian Whyte, they definitely need to get it on. I think they need to get it on more than anybody else. See, Zhilei Zhang is comparable based on his size and his power. You know what I mean? Versus Martin Bakole's a big guy. Zhilei Zhang's a big guy. That's why those guys have been mentioned to fight. But if it's anybody that has vested interest or should be wanting a fight with Martin Bakole, it's Dillian Whyte. Because Dillian Whyte has been saying things here and there, and it's true. He's been calling him all types of names, Martin Bakole. So, yeah, I think it's in Martin's best interest. Like, give me the Dillian Whyte fight. Let's get that fight. That's a guy that's not tangled up like Zhang is and Parker and all those, you know what I mean? And you want to fight Joshua or you want to fight Usyk. Those guys have fights already. So what would make sense would be, realistically, let's get a guy that don't have a fight. Dillian Whyte. You know what I mean? So him addressing Dillian Whyte, I think that his promoter, from Boxer, I think he should definitely reach out to Dillian Whyte and ask him, do you truly want to fight this guy? You know what I mean? Because you hear the back and forth, and we've been hearing it. Yeah, it makes news, like this guy said this and that guy said that. But what did we really accomplish? What did we accomplish? Really nothing. We didn't accomplish any fights, really. We had a lot of trash talk, the Dillian Whyte, Andy Ruiz thing. They never fought. They just gave us material to make videos on, but what's the real point? What's the concrete point? Nothing. Just talk. So, when you start seeing through that bullshit, you start thinking like, you know what? Who wants to fight versus who don't? That's what I'm looking at. And with Dillian Whyte versus Martin Bakole, I think that should be a reckoning type fight. Days of Reckoning Part 2. You know what I mean? Including that fight as one of those on the roster. Martin Bakole versus Dillian Whyte. I think that would make great numbers. But you guys tell me what you think of Martin responding to Dillian, the body snatcher Whyte, stating that Dillian Whyte is scared. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!